What's up, guys? It's your boy T, and yes, I am back from my hiatus, and we're back to our regularly scheduled program. And just recently I went to go see Dungeons and Dragons, and I gotta admit, it was a pleasant surprise. You see, I might be a bit of a fraud when it comes to me being a nerd, because when it comes to Dungeons and Dragons, I don't really have that much of a variety of intelligence when it comes to this game, only due to me playing it once. And when I played it, I actually had a lot of fun. Like, if you guys haven't had a chance to, I do suggest playing Dungeons and Dragons with a group of friends of yours, and at least just find one person that knows what they're doing, because it is a bit complicated, but once you get to figuring it out, it's pretty fun. But when I heard that they were making a Dungeons and Dragons movie, I gotta admit, I was kind of nervous about it, because I felt like it could have went in one or two ways. One, it could have just been hot trash, because back in the past, back I think in the 80s, they tried to make a show based on a Dungeons and Dragons game, and there wasn't much dialogue or anything in the show, which kind of made it butt cheeks. But in this movie, you don't really feel that, and I think I'm not too sure if they stay too close to the source material, because I don't know much on it. But I mean, if you guys have, let me down in the comment section what you guys thought of the movie. But in my opinion, it made for a very fun and unique adventure story. You had the main character Edgin, played by Chris Pine, and I actually really enjoyed his character. He was very charismatic. He didn't really annoy me at all, but usually he played a typical Chris Pine character. I really liked Hugh Grant's Forge. He brings a sort of goofiness to the movie, because the movie is aware of what it is. It doesn't take itself too seriously, so it doesn't really have a serious main villain other than Sophina. Sophina was pretty cool. I gotta admit, her powers were crazy as a red witch. She played a nice, creepy role. To be honest, she played a role that I wish Christian Bale's character got more of in Thor: Love and Thunder as Gore the God Butcher, but they didn't do that. But this movie does Sophina right when it comes to her character just being this over-the-top evil presence, which actually makes for a great fighting scene, but I'm gonna get to that later. I think his name is Zank. He's the dude with the sword. Y'all seen the movie at this point. Yo, this dude was so freaking cool whenever he showed up, but he wasn't much fun, and I liked it because that's, in a sense, how the game works when you're sitting around with your friends. There's always that one dude that takes himself way too seriously and thinking he's so cool, but he's really not. In this movie, he gets a really cool fighting scene, and bro, one of the best choreographed sword fights that I've seen in a while, because usually in these type of movies they cut the action so much that you don't know what you're looking at, but not in this movie. In this movie, when it comes to most of the fight scenes, it's kind of just straightforward, not in one full take, I don't think, but they do it right. They do it right, and I really enjoyed that. I actually really liked Simon, and I'm kind of gonna put Simon and Doric in kind of the same boat. Doric doesn't really have much of a character, in my opinion. She doesn't really do that much. She just shows up and says how much she hates humans and everything, and how she doesn't trust them. But she doesn't really have much to go off of, but when she does her thing, they kind of use her in pretty unique ways to sneak around, and I really like the character of Simon. I think Simon was the best character in this movie, because he starts out as a sorcerer. Pretty much like towards the end of the movie, he just becomes a hoss, like a powerhouse, and it all really just takes him just being confident in himself to awaken his powers and everything like that, which I thought was pretty cool. And I think if I were to say like the one thing that kind of bothered me in this movie, it was Michelle Rodriguez, but not really that much. I feel like every time I see Michelle Rodriguez in anything that is not the Fast and Furious, I just look at her as the Fast and Furious chick, and she kind of just does the same thing in every film. Like, she delivers her lines in a weird way, but I felt like that was done on purpose. But like, she didn't do a bad job. It's just like, it just something didn't really fit with her, in the movie. But her fight scenes were pretty freaking cool. Like, the fight scene when they were about to get beheaded was pretty dope and everything like that. So if I were to give this movie a rating, I would give it 6.5 out of 10. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 6.5 out of 10. And it's not like it's a bad 6.5. It was just enjoyable. It was a movie that I went into to just enjoy and have fun. And I gotta admit, this movie was pretty funny. I didn't think it would be as funny as I thought it, like as it just played out. The adventures were enjoyable. It was pretty unique, you know, but you know, it didn't change my life or anything. So I think a 6.5 out of 10 is perfect for this movie. So what did you guys think about Dungeons and Dragons? Let me know down in the comment section. And also, if you guys like these videos and want them to constantly come out, press that like button and also subscribe. I'm trying to get to 50 subscribers. What's going on? You guys are watching these videos go past 100 views. That means almost 50% of y'all have not subscribed. What are you doing? You let me down. Press the subscribe button.
In an all-black drop, 10 rolled up when I'm out. Say they all wanna live, but I just wanna die. Motherfucker, if you looking for me, find me in the night. I got nothing when I fight. I wanna take your fucking life and end it right on sight. When I strike, if you bump in a bike, lock out for the crowd.